Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for this episode 6 on Silverrun with me, Farmer Murphy. Well, I'm recording this right on the heels of the last episode, so no Mikey again at this time. A couple cleanup items from the last episode. I had to pay for the sheep before they were delivered. That may have been obvious, but just in case some were wondering. So they were paid for before they were delivered. And I did get all our hay stacked inside that little alcove, so it's at least something is out from under the weather. As you can see, we are down here at the flooring factory, and we are here to purchase that. We have just enough money left. Oh, our money had gone down just a little bit. You may have noticed that was because I did a repair and a refuel on the wheel loader while it was down there. So I wanted to see what this took. Planks long, and planks actually, not wood at all. Well, that's okay, because I was hoping it would take planks at least so that I could get it going right away and I didn't have to do logging. So we have a fair number of planks up at the sawmill, and I think we have a fair number of planks long as well. So I'm going to get those picked up here and delivered and get the floor tiles underway. So I will take care of that, and I'll catch up with you when that is done. Okay, just pulling in. As you can see, I have 2,000 liters of long planks and 4,000 liters of just regular planks, because we have a lot more just regular planks than long planks. I also have a couple rolls of metal on. Seeing I was up in the area, I thought I might as well bring them down as well. So let's get this turned on. I certainly could have brought more down, but seeing as we only need 200 liters of tiles, I'm not sure if the boat needs them or not. So I'm just kind of being very frugal with our raw materials for these productions, because I know from watching other people's Let's Plays on here, they're putting in other sawmills and stuff to try and keep up, so I don't want to have to do that if I don't have to. I wonder if I can sneak around here. Oh, if I'm careful. So I'll take this to the market and get rid of that. That will give us a little extra money. Then I'm afraid it's back onto logging again, because I do want to get the boat production purchased. Sorry, just had to pay attention so I didn't run into somebody. Yeah, I do want to get that purchased so we know what we need to deliver there. So all our other productions are in pretty good shape, except the iron furnace could use another load of ore, so I'll do that off camera as well. It's 125,000 for the boat production, so that's what we need to earn next. But there's 10,000 of it, almost 11,000 of it right there. All right, I'm going to get that 125,000 just as quick as I can, and I will bring you back in at that point. So we'll see in a little bit. Probably be tomorrow in game, I'm thinking. Talk to you then. Well, good morning and welcome back. As you can see, it's the next morning. There is snow on the ground. It actually just finished snowing. So we got our hay off just in time. You can also see there's no denying that the roller coaster is under production. I incorrectly assumed that it wouldn't start until all the materials are delivered, but as you can see, I was wrong again. I'm getting quite used to it actually. Um, so no, that's fantastic. So obviously that has created employment, and of course when it's done, it's going to create tourism. All good things for the town. Now this morning I set up the truck and trailer, and I've got the skid steer loaded with pallet forks, and we're going to go pick up um, a pallet of floor tiles, which are now complete. So I'm going to go get those loaded up, and we will deliver those to the roller coaster. So I'll catch up with you in just a minute. Well, here we are. And as you may recall last time, I just drove over the sell point, and I told you guys not to let Mikey know, but apparently one of you ratted me out to Mikey, because it wasn't the next day that I heard from him and heard about the fact that I did not unload the materials for the roller coaster properly, and he assured me he would be back soon, and those kind of shenanigans wouldn't be carrying on going forward. So to appease Mikey, and because I can't trust you guys not to tell on me, I'll unload these with the forklift. So there we go. That is the last of our products required for stage 1. Now I don't know if that updated this at all. Nope, it did not. It just tells what we have in storage, and the materials required for the next step just kind of keep ratcheting down. So I guess we'll get our new material list once the stage is complete. So I did, as I said, complete the logging. So our next step is we're going to go off to the boat yard and let's buy that production and see what it needs, because I'm sure we have some materials we can deliver to there. So I'll meet you at the boat yard. So here we are, and as you can see, there's the back end of the roller coaster. So we're just behind it. So this should be 125,000 if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. So let's buy that. And now let's see what it needs. Long planks, planks long, wood beams, metal. Oh, and floor tiles. Holy, look at the number of floor tiles it needs. All right. Well, that means more trees are going to bite the dust, unfortunately. And I really did speak to Mikey in real life, and he's getting things sorted out. And he should be back with us probably in a week or 10 days or so. Probably not in time to participate in this episode, but I would think he'll be here for the next one. So I'm going to go and see what we've got. We certainly have planks and some long planks and beams we can deliver. Most likely have metal. Floor tiles, not so much. But they won't take too long. So I'll go get that stuff loaded up and we'll bring it here. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Well, I brought our load of materials down. We do have the required 2,000 liters of metal and the 9,000 liters of planks that's required, but I only brought 5,000 liters of long planks because I wanted to leave a pallet behind, because it's also used in the floor tiles, and that's critical path, so I wanted to make sure we could keep that going. And only 2,000 liters, or just under half of the wood beams required. Again, left one pallet of those behind because the roller coaster is eating through its materials pretty quick. So I wanted to make sure I also had something to deliver to there. So let me get these unloaded, and I'm going to assume, hopefully correctly this time, that it'll chew away on these just like it did on the roller coaster. And so this is like 18,000 liters of supply, so it should keep going for a little while. And of course our sawmill is still working away. So I'll go ahead and get these delivered and catch up with you when that's done. Wow, there we go. Our materials are all delivered, and then these guys are not wasting any time. They're already making good progress. Wow. But unlike the roller coaster, you'll see we didn't get paid for these deliveries, so we'll only get paid when the boat launches. So we'll have to come by from time to time and keep an eye on it. And we'll also need to keep an eye on the supplies, obviously, and it's going to need some more. But for today, that's all we're going to do for that. At least it's on the go here. So I think for the rest of the day, I'll go and attempt to do a little logging. Seems to never end here on Silverrun. Amazing, isn't it? The next thing I want to do, I really do want to upgrade our skid steer. No brakes and snow. Yeah, that's just a bad combination. I can't imagine that's going to improve things any. So I'll do a little bit of logging to do that. Oh, you know what I might also do? Is I think I'm going to deliver a couple prefab wall panels to the roller coaster. I'm pretty sure, well, I know for a fact it takes it. I'm pretty sure that it needs it. And we've got 5 of them sitting there already. So I think I will, well, I've got this set up, go and deliver a couple of them and then get onto the logging, just so I can make room for, new wall panels to spawn, I should say. So I'll do that. I probably won't see you again until tomorrow. Or even maybe the next day, depends what we got cooking. So we'll see you then. Well, hello and welcome back to the farm. It's been a few days and I have been busy. You can see our money is up, but it was higher than that, but I will explain what's been going on here in just a minute. But right now we're looking at the progress that's been going on here on the roller coaster. These guys are going great guns. The town council, I imagine, is pretty happy about that. You can see under storage there is 2,000 liters of prefab walls. I did bring a couple of them down here because we were starting to run out of room up at the sawmill. And you can see it's hung up now. It says it needs 0 liters of wood beams. I'm assuming there's just a small fraction short. So I'll bring them down and that should update us, update the list for what we need for the next step. While we're looking at productions, why don't we jump over and take a look at the sailboat? I'll meet you there. Well, you can see it's starting to look like a sailboat. Man, they have gone through a ton of their materials already. You can see the largest outstanding thing is the floor tiles. So we do have a couple pallets available. So I'll bring at least one here. I'll want to wait and see what the roller coaster needs as well. But we do have the ability to bring a load of materials back down here. In fact, why don't we go up to the sawmill and take a look. Well, as you can see, our supplies are coming back up. These are the prefab walls I actually delivered 2 of already. Our wood beams were down to just 1 pallet, so they've come up nicely, and same on our long planks. So that's really good news. And these are our regular planks here. So we do have some materials available to deliver to the roller coaster and the boat as required. So like I said, I'll probably get on that next once I'm done providing you guys this update. What I'd like to do, actually let's take a look at the map here while I think of it. So I have completed taking all the good logs off of this hillside around our field, and of course this area here is where our main shop area is going to be. So we have this area here we can log, and that's probably where I'll go next, and then I'll probably move up in here someplace. But what I'd like to do is get to the point where I'm logging to supply our productions and not logging and just selling the logs to get money. And I think we're getting close to that. You can see we have $160,000. I'll probably use that to buy another production that takes wood. But I'm kind of hoping to wait for Mikey's return to do that. It should just be a few days now and he should be back. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move to those other logging areas and fill up, make sure our productions are full, may sell a few more logs and build up that money. And then when Mikey gets back, make a decision on what production to do. Because I think once we get to that point where we're making our money from the productions that we're supplying wood to, we'll still have to do logging, but it won't be as crazy as what it has been. But let's take a jump down to our where our sheep are and take a look, because there's been some stuff happening down there. Well, it's, as you can see, a couple days later since I left you last, and all I've been doing basically is fast forwarding because what I wanted to show you, I didn't want to have snow on the ground, and we got a bunch of snow and the ground was covered. The only thing I did do is I delivered a pallet of beams down here to see if this would update us the list for what we need next, and indeed it has. So I do have some deliveries I can make down here, and as I said a couple days ago, that's probably the next thing I'll get on. But let's go over and look at our main farm area. As you can see, things have changed here. I took some of the money I got from logging on that hillside um, to develop this area because I just couldn't stand the chaos going on down here anymore. Now, I always planned on developing it, but not in this fashion. What I was originally going to use was some of the new buildings out of the Platinum expansion, and the shop building I was going to put in, for example, was like 400 grand. Well, I decided I couldn't wait till we had made that kind of money just for one building. So I went and did a little looking online to see what the alternatives were. So I found this shop, good size shop, but the big thing was look at how tall that door is. Like we can get our harvester in here, and this only cost 45,000, and it had the additional bonus that had a workshop trigger. Wasn't looking for that, but came with it, so we'll take it. So this, the intention is where we're going to store our motorized vehicles. It'll be in here where we can work on them. Did mean, if you remember, there was a rock pile right about where that building's sitting. So I put in a lime crusher, and that was basically so I didn't have to move that rock multiple times. I just threw it into here. This cost 25,000. I actually haven't enabled it. I haven't put any water in it. You can see we got 40,000 stones in there. But I will do. I just got to get a trailer and we can start making lime. That's not urgent. We don't need lime for our field just yet. I did upgrade our Massey Ferguson skid steer loader and bought a Kubota. And one thing I wanted to show you, I also upgraded our Tree Begone stump grinder that we were using, and this is the Seppi grinder. It's a stump grinder mulcher. Now, with the Tree Begone, it would do the same thing this would do, and you could take out these bushes, but what it would do is leave a cultivated look on the field. This does it, and you can turn that cultivation feature off so it leaves the texture behind, so you can get rid of these bushes and leave the ground texture behind, like so. So I find that incredibly handy. I hadn't had a chance to use it on that feature of it. I've just been using it as a stump grinder till I did this project. I bought ourselves a small fuel tank. This is a portable fuel tank. You can pick it up with a 3-point hitch and move it around. Holds 3,000 liters. So we can use it here in the yard or pick it up with our tractor and take it off to where we're working. So that's pretty handy. And then I put these two, cold storage shelters in. They were $35,000 each. So we got our haying equipment here on one side. Just stuck our skid steer loader tools down against this wall undercover for now. Like they could be moved out. They don't need to be undercover if we need the space. Our trailers are all on this side. And our wheel loader implements are there. So I put two of those in. So 35,000 for each of these buildings, 45,000 for that. And like I said, the original building I was going to put in here, kind of in this area, was huge. and probably would have only needed the one building, but it was 400,000. So this was less than half of that. And like I said, this couldn't handle the chaos anymore. So let's go into construction mode and see what else has been going on. So I put some lights into, but I made a track to our sheep, which are doing really well. And I made a track down here, and you can see I put a bridge across the creek down there. This area here is where the cow pen's going to go. Haven't fully decided if it'll be the large or the small open cow pen. We'll do the same thing we do with the sheep, but that's the area that's slotted for it. And I put a little track through here and a bridge across the creek so we can get to our hayfield without having to go out on the roads, which I think will be very handy for us. Would have been kind of handy to get that in before the logging, but it didn't. So, but it's in now. And like I said, all the trees are going off this hillside. The only thing I need to do yet is the stump grinding. I haven't finished that yet. We come back here. My other plans for this area kind of flat space up here is going to be productions. We need to put in dairy when we get our cows. There's no dairy on the map. And I want to put a tailor, so kind of right in here. And just there's a little bit of a hill, but just right down in this area, I'm going to put our spinnery because we need to put a spinnery. And that'll be coming fairly shortly. Because we're going to need the fabric for the sailboat. But I'm hoping our sheep will make enough wool that we can, make some clothing too. That'll leave this open area here in the middle for future development. Some of it might be gobbled up if I put the large cow pen in. And, we're going to need some support. We're going to need some kind of silo eventually. And I wouldn't mind maybe using the stationary feed mixer for the cows, that sort of thing. And then when I get the rest of this development done, my plan is I want to put a fence along here. I'm just waiting to get everything else in, but I'll fence it along here and along the railroad tracks. So that's going to come in the future. So this will come as a surprise to Mikey. I won't even bother telling you guys not to tell him because I'm sure some of you will. Anyways, so hopefully he approves. I know he disliked dealing with this stuff and going through it more than I did. So I think he'll be pretty happy. And like I said, we may go in and put some of those big platinum expansion buildings in, but I'm not going to wait any longer. I just needed to tidy things up. So that's your update for now. So like I said earlier, I am going to go and continue to do some more logging. I'm going to fill up our productions. I think I'm going to sit on the money until Mikey gets back. I may put the spinnery in, sing what we make, but I'm not going to go crazy logging either because Mikey should be back, probably less than a week in real time, I think, or about a week, something like that. So I'll probably bring you in and give you one more update on this episode, just what I've accomplished. And then the next one after that, Mikey should be here, I hope. And we'll do something more substantial. Like I said, the only thing I might do is put the spinnery in. Probably could do that. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the update. I'm going to go back to more of the same, more logging. And once we get some new logging equipment and a new logging procedure, we'll be sure to show you some more of that. I do have some plans in that area as well. So we'll catch up with you again in probably a couple more days. Take care. Well, hey everyone. It's just a little while later. I thought I should bring you in to show you the next delivery here to the roller coaster. We had enough materials at our sawmill to do everything or provide everything we needed for stage 2. Even brought a couple more prefab walls and an extra staircase railing just because we had them and needed the space. You can see I even have our trusty skid steer here, so you can tell Mikey that I did everything proper by the book, up and up, so to speak. Some of you may be wondering if it can handle some of the bigger materials. Yeah, of course it can. I'll just say this, it's all coming off. and no need for any further explanation one way or another. So anyways, I'll get this unloaded. We have a few materials left up there, so I'll take whatever we need to the... Ooh, looks like we've reached the limit there. Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll take these other pallets over to the boat, or just sell them off because we're running out of room to store these. So looks like we've hit our limit there. Yeah, so as I was saying, we do have like lots of long planks and quite a large number of planks. Where we're really short is on the wood beams. But I'll deliver whatever I can to the boat as well. And I also need to take some planks and long planks to our floor tile factory. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I haven't done any logging yet. But I will do a little bit. I think I'm almost to the point where I can just top up our productions. Might sell one load, but I'm not going to need to go crazy, I don't think. So anyways, I'll carry on with this, and I'll bring you in for another update in a little bit. Well, just a really quick update, because I thought maybe some of you would be curious, but actually I have been able to lift everything off with the Kubota. It's handled it no problem at all. I was even able to lift the wood beams off 2 at a time. So if you're wondering if you can handle these materials with a skid steer, I can tell you yes you can. At least you can with this Kubota tracked one. It's not having any issue at all. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Oh, and the staircase railing I had to sell. The shipyard does not need it. And like I said, we have lots of it. We have about another 5,000 liters or 5 pallets sitting up there. So I'm gonna continue making for now, but I'm just gonna sell it off because it is fairly valuable, and I'm not certain we may need some more of it again. And you can see our money's gone up pretty good from selling this off. Like I said, I think we're getting pretty close to the point where we don't need to sell raw trees. We can sell the products from them. Anyways, I just thought I'd bring you in for that quick update in case some of you were wondering I had to cheat these off. So Mikey, no, I didn't have to cheat to get these off the truck. So catch up with you guys later. Well, guys, we're down here at the sawmill actually. And what I did is when I went up to sell the metal, it turns out we had 10 pallets of it there. And if we take a look, Elm Creek has got a considerably better price than all the rest, and because we had 10, I thought it was worthwhile to use the train. So just use the skid steer. One thing I will share with you, you can see that one pallet there is kind of all askew. You would think you could drive across here, but you cannot. Yeah, I ended up having to reset the skid steer. The pallets sit on there hard, but the skid steer sunk into the deck a little bit and ended up getting stuck on there. That's why that one pallet's askew. So I just sat them on the first one on the edge and then pushed it across with the next one. So a telehandler would probably be the ideal piece of gear, but like I said, it worked. We got it loaded up. So let's jump on the train and send this on its way. First time we've sold anything on the train. Can take a look inside. Pretty snazzy. Well, there we go. It's pretty sweet. Oh, you'll notice our money went down. Um, that is because I paid our loan off. I thought, why have that money sit up there? Um, so if we want to buy a production when Mikey gets back, we'll just borrow the money back. But I thought, might as well pay the loan off. Why pay interest? Nice. Well, you know what? Seeing as we got a little bit of a walk home, maybe we'll stop and have a waffle here. Any time of the day is good for a waffle. But we have run out of time for this episode, so I will leave you there for now. All the deliveries have been done, so it's on to do some more logging, and I'm just going to concentrate on filling up our productions for the time being. Hopefully, Mikey will be back for the next episode, but if not, we may kick it off. But we are going to concentrate on Bloomfield next, the new Let's Play, so that I'm starting. So I encourage you to come over and check that out. But if you're still with me, really appreciate you watching. If you found it informative or entertaining anyways, hit that old like and subscribe button. And if you want to see when other content like this lands, hit the old notification bell. But for this episode, till next time, it's Farmer Murphy signing off.